little busted. I ran it over in my car and bent it, and I use it as a storage device because it completely works. You plug it into your computer, and it fires up, and you can store data on it, and it's good. So I figure I keep it here. So if anybody breaks into my house, you can find some of my records on it. But I figure no one's going to steal this thing. So if I ever need an emergency backup, this is now my emergency backup.
I could have used that this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had an issue, did you?
Oh yeah, 3 months worth of typing and editing, and a book went away.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, surely, did you use? You were using an online storage provider?
No, I should have.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a problem.
As I attest to myself right now, this is one of those learning moments that you will take, and it will adjust your life, and you will never make the same mistake twice.
Did you ever like print a copy to edit or anything that you could use to? Do you have at least a printed copy to allow you to recover some?
No. That's what I was doing this Saturday, was printing it to read it in hand before sending it off to finalize.
Right.
So.
Yeah. That's where you go. Did you email it to anybody to review? Then you can at least get an older copy. Did you go find all those?
I know. So right now I'm running a restore app on my desktop to see if it's anywhere in there, and it's been running for probably 14 hours now. So it's a deep dive into all the files. Because I think what happened is I paid no attention to it, but I think it had to been either Wednesday or Thursday when I started up my computer. It was scanned my hard drive instead of just starting up, and so I think a file in there in the folder or something was corrupted, because the folder's just like gone. Like, I didn't delete the file. It just was no longer there. So, and I've done all the quick ones. I've done all the I've done everything except this deep dive. It said it'd probably take 12 to 14 hours. It's a little bit longer than that now. I'm at like 75% now. So,
wow.
And if it doesn't work, then what can you do? Except drink a beer and say don't ever do that again, and save it to the Google Drive. Yeah. Oh yes, Mark, I know. I should have. It's the old legacy of just being old.
It's the old legacy of just being
old,
like that.
And refusing to adapt to the cloud environment. Now I know what my parents are like, right? When they didn't want to use a credit card because they thought people would steal their credit card. My dad's still that way. He hates using a credit card online. John's like, he's not wrong. They're stealing it. So, but it's all right. At least it won't be. It's just, I don't know. I think I'll be able to get it done a lot quicker this time. So I'm just going to break it down into 6 weeks. Just go at it and save it to the Google Drive this time.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, Master Chief, I have not. I am still in the process of running the recovery on my desktop computer. It did not work on my laptop. I already did the deep dive on the laptop, and that one, nothing there.
Well, there you go. There's a hug from Robin for you.
Yeah, I needed it.
That's...
Yesterday was a test in patience.
Yeah,
Very test in patience. I had to do a lot of breathing to keep myself calm and not go into a rage. So I've accepted my fact, and I've accepted that it is my own stupidity. I cannot blame that on anybody but myself.
Well, there's lessons in trading in there. I guess that sounds like you've now got at least a new chapter for your book.
Yes, I do.
So look on the good side.
See?
You now have a new good story to share in the book.
Yep. To add it there.
For everybody in the room here, when you all read the book and you can, when that chapter comes up, you're like, I was there. I know what he went through.
I know.
Can attest to the truth of that.
And I want scalps. Yes. But it's okay. Yeah, but Andrew misspoke, Master Chief. It wasn't on a Google Drive. It was on a Western Digital external hard drive with plenty of space. So, very frustrating, but that's what happens sometimes. I will learn my lesson. Or I have learned my lesson, because I won't ever do that again. Something like that will always have 2 copies somewhere.
Yeah. Well, as people said, though, Mike, if that fails, there are companies that can forensically recreate files. So,
yeah,
I don't know if it's worth it to you, but it's usually not cheap, but it can be done.
Yeah, not worth it to me. I'll just retype it.
All right.
Because I got the basis of it. I just got to put in my stories and make the edits all over again. It's okay though.
Well, you've obviously had time to adjust to that reality, because I know right after it you wouldn't have been so fatalistic about it.
No, I would not. I was not yesterday in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I bet.
So. Agreed, Snacker Jacker. Just skip this step, definitely. And it was just that one folder. Just that one folder. Nothing else. Just that one folder. I at first thought it was my daughter playing a joke on me or something. Markets are, yeah. Why do we have ITC up there? There was some low relative volume in Microsoft and AMD today. I mean, AMD, 39%. Half on the SPY. Yeah, UVJ. What am I using right now? I'm using spelled RECUVA. That's the one that I'm using right now. And it's about 75% done.
AMD, I didn't like the way AMD traded all day. I've been watching it, have not traded it today. It's one of my favorites, but today has not looked like a happy stock to me. I just didn't see anything great in it. So
Facebook was
even
that
when
way for me. Oh, go ahead, Peter.
I was just gonna say even when it almost put in a double top, but the pullback around 1 o'clock, it started to set up the formation. I was watching for it, then it pulled all the way back to the 50, bounced all the way back up to the high of day, and then came down again. I'm like, I can't. That's too extreme. It doesn't meet my criteria, so I stopped watching it. But yeah, maybe it's not alone. You said Facebook was doing that to
Yeah,
you, Mike?
Facebook did the same thing to me today. I was watching it. I didn't trade it. I was actually looking for this short before I got into Apple today. And if you look at the 1 minute, if we go back to the open, where are we at? I mean, it just had these huge spiking wicks. Like, look at this at 10 o'clock. Like, it breaks the low. This candle happened almost instantaneously. Kind of wicks around, real low volume. I think at that time it was down in like the 40% R vol. And then all of a sudden it just spikes up and then spikes right back down. I was like, nah, somebody else can play with that. I'm not going to do that today.
You should have just stuck with Square.
Yeah, Square was a great one. I did.
Oh,
I traded.
Square.
I ended up breaking down and buying some options that I pretty much doubled my money on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thor took a Square midday. I saw while I was busy on the phone, and it ended up being a good trade. I thought he was getting in too late, but he just waited for a pullback to the 50 moving average, went long on it, and he got himself a very decent trade out of it. So
Yeah.
his best trade of his life. Was it? I don't know about that.
Is that what he said? I don't know. Thor has some pretty awesome trades.
Geez, I think Square actually started out the day. Did it start out the day in the red, or maybe it was up a buck or two, buck and a half? I know I was looking.
Yeah, it looks like it started green because the close on Friday was 140, 196, and it never got lower than 143 today. So.
Peter, good to see you. You made it home safely.
I did. Although I may be getting back on the road, heading right back through Toronto in a day or two, but we'll see what happens. We were just talking about that as a.
Yeah,
drop in and see our friends on the beaches again.
No, not at all. But it's just buying my daughter a car, and said we weren't able to close the deal on Saturday, so I might have to go back and pick one up on my way through. So.
Don't you hate when they want to play stubborn with you?
It's I have to admit I've got actually a pretty good deal on it. It's just one of those. Do you want to buy a brand new car? So this is a loaner that's going to cost for 6,000 kilometers. So that's 3,600 miles for you Americans. Is that worth an extra $3,000 on the price? So I don't know. So probably not. So I could buy this used one that's going to save me $3,000, but it's got 5,900 kilometers on the odometer. So
yeah, kilometer.
John, the kilometer, that's the measurement that the rest of the planet uses. So unless you're an Amerikanski, then you still use. By the way, you do realize it's called the imperial system, right? It was created by His Imperial Majesty hundreds of years ago. So anyways, that you soundly rejected by throwing tea into the harbor, and never mind. Anyways, you still use it.
But that's another story.
But that's a whole other story.
I see Overstock was another stellar performer today.
Yes, it was.
Don't mention
I
the
don't,
king.
I
We
don't
don't talk about
recall
the king.
seeing. Did it? Oh, it did make it made Andrew's list. Not sure if it made anyone else's.
It made
looking back
Andrew.
Yeah.
I think it was just Andrew because I know Norm and Carlos looked at it, but they don't like the price action on it, so I think they took those off. Yeah.
Yeah, OSTK.
But it was
I've never liked
originally
trading
there.
OSTK either.
It's a little jerky, and
Actually, it did
spread on
make.
Yeah, have to be careful.
It made Carlos's
Sorry.
list. I got his list up there,
Okay.
OSTK.
Probably shame on me for not trading it. Look at it. It looks pretty good today. How did it trade? On the 1 minute. No, even on the 1 minute, it looks good through the morning. Oh.
Nice break.
Do we have any earnings coming up here?
So, earnings this afternoon, I'll pull those up here. This afternoon does not look very nice at all. That's the nice way to put it. Nothing, but tomorrow morning. Yeah, but tomorrow morning, that was
JD's
today.
up, eh?
That was this morning. So tomorrow we got Home Depot, Walmart, and Kohl's will be up tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a few.
So
Those could be interesting.
I see Master Chief did actually traded Overstock today. Looks like you traded it in the first couple minutes there. And then later on around 10:05. Didn't hold for that push higher, eh?
No. But since we are on the subject of Overstock, we might as well bring up the trade of the day. Since it comes from Bob on Overstock.
There you go.
Okay.
So he took 2 entries on it. Got it as it kind of reclaimed VWAP and was holding above. Got out when it didn't do the move exactly how he wanted, and then re-entered it again. And then rode it from, it was down in that 109 area, all the way up to 118. And then he got all out when it started to form Peter's mountain pass. Or not really your mountain pass strategy, but it started to top out at 118.50.
Top right, yeah.
So
good trade.
MYNG looks kind of interesting.
So
it's doing some stuff here at the end of the day. MYNGN. Yeah, I can just. So that was the trade of the day. Overstock.
Yep.
Guys, yeah, great trade. Well done.
Oh, sounds like
I just have to make a
Peter's in.
confession here. Yeah, I actually went long AMD. I know I said I wasn't trading it all day, but you guys made me watch it. And then I was looking for it to break out of this range. When it finally broke out of the range, I took it at 82.50. And I may just stop it at break even here. I was hoping it would just keep going. It jumped up 5 cents, and I was getting excited. And then it pulled back again, so we'll see.
Yes, it's doing its AMD thing.
Yeah, exactly. And we're unfortunately only 30 seconds away from that 10-minute warning track. So let's see if it goes down or up on me.
So Brock, that's quite the that was quite the trade you did there. Lots of partialing, getting in and then partialing out. I'm not sure what stock this is. It's looking.
There we go. Oh, there's the pop. Oh man, I didn't even see it. Come on, baby.
So Master Chief, oh yeah. Did you get that partial, Peter?
Partial. Just getting a partial now. I said I see this wick. I never saw it actually hit that price, so I don't know how it did. But I took a partial.
Definitely can be.
All right. Well, anyway, sorry. You were saying I'll just watch this. I'll be quiet here.
Oh, I was just saying to Master Chief. So his first was a stop out at break even, Master Chief. He didn't get all out, and then he re-entered. And then it never came back down to his break even after his second entry on the trade. He stopped out break even when it didn't do what he wanted. Which is kind of an interesting saying, right? You stop out at break even. You just pay some commissions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this afternoon, not much up there at all for earnings wise, but
come on, baby, let's do the twist.
Come on, baby.
It looks like it wants to go, but I've got a bunch of moving averages right here at this 182.60 level. I'm going to take a little more off here just in case. We are in the last few minutes of the day.
it does look like it wants to break over that 200 though. As it's heading up.
I hope so. Feeling much more comfortable in it now, so worst that can happen should be is that it goes back to break even and stops me out. Otherwise, I'm good in this now. I'm only 10 cents into it, but I only had a 5-cent risk.
It's moving up nicely into the close here.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Do you think it will gap up higher tomorrow?
AMD? I don't know. You never know with AMD. It's not really moving that much. Like, we have to consider the total strength of this move. Like, it's not significant enough that I think it makes much of an impact on the stock. So
It's really had I'm just looking at the daily. It's really hasn't had much of a trading range today, actually.
no.
Low was 81.55, was 83.06, so that gives you about $1.50. That's not much for AMD.
Not these days.
Now, let's take a look here at the what's hot and what's not today. It's
Oh, come on.
industrials off a bit, energy off a bit, staples and consumable and discretionary is up. Financials really sold off today. That's interesting.
Yeah, the financials and the airline sectors.
Yeah, financials really got hit. Yeah, I was noticing that this morning. It seemed like it was the virus trade was on again. Zoom was up. Disney was down. All the travel stocks were down. Yeah, all the technology was up. So it just seemed like everybody was going back to sort of the virus safety trade. I don't know. There wasn't any particular news, was there? Spike in cases or anything?
No, nothing major.
Yeah. Same old, same old. What did we have for... let's take a look at the what the yields are doing. So we've kind of looks like the yields are maybe on the 10-year is kind of rolling over a bit. So maybe interest rates are going to start to drop again. Yeah, Qs are definitely, it was another technology-driven day today. Dollar was actually trading down, and the VIX is looking like it's going to go out near low of the day here.
Nvidia was a monster today.
Yeah, Nvidia's just on fire. And of course, Nugget, big gap up day today. Anything related to gold was hot.
I wonder if Nvidia is going to try to push above 500 this week.
Let's take a look. It's not.
It's definitely.
When did it report, or when did they report already, or?
I believe they reported already.
I can't recall. Let's just take a quick look.
They report on Wednesday.
On the 19th. They report on the 19th, which is, Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't think they'd reported yet. Wow, they've really made a move today.
Yeah.
Serious breakout. Yeah.
I mean,
serious breakout.
As soon as it left, I was watching it this morning. It's still a little too high of a price stock for me to get in with its spread. Still not real comfortable with that. But as soon as it broke out of the 478 in the morning, I mean, it never looked back. I mean, it went almost straight up to 490, did a little pullback through the day, and then went back up to 495 and then kind of pulled back again. It was crazy.
Yeah, these fallen angels are really the setups.
The bee's knees.
The bee's knees. Thank you, Peter. Peter, it was good to see you.
It was. It's a shame we didn't get a chance to talk more, but so it was good. It was a good session. It was. I really appreciated Leo and Sonia for hosting us at their house. That was a fantastic. That was a good boon because we didn't have to be sort of in with a bunch of other people. And hey, did you stay dry? Because when we left, after about 10 minutes into the drive, Brian, as soon as the second we got onto the 401, it started to rain, like torrentially rain. I was wondering if you guys were getting wet.
No, we hung around for probably another 20 minutes or so and chatted some more, and then just packed up and left. And it was really, the weather didn't change. It was overcast, but pleasant. So yeah,
well, good.
Definitely a pleasure meeting Leo and his wife Sonia. It was really nice family, and appreciate
and their boys, and then Colton joined us. If you're out there, Colton, and
nice.
I'm so bad at remembering names.
Yeah, there was
there were two other gentlemen that were with us.
Majin, and see the faces.
You guys are
I know. I'm
say hi.
So, yeah.
But
nice.
But yeah, it was good. It was a good conversation. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah. I'm just trying to decide whether gold's going to continue or if this has been a bit of a pop and consolidate again. And let's figure it out.
Gold trade.
GDX.
Are you all out, Peter?
Oh yeah. I was out of AMD earlier, and then I had that aborted trade on Microsoft, so we're good. We're all flat.
Awesome.
All good. You can start the journaling process now that the day is done.
Officially done.
Yep.
Hit announcements here real quick, since there isn't much on the earnings front to watch.
Yeah, we don't have many earnings to go around. Sure.
No. So if you want to participate in the member trade of the day, mark up your best trade and post it on Twitter and tag Bearable Traders at MikeB_BBT and at NormBBT. You can also use the hashtag BBTFamily. Somewhere in there, put your chat name. That way we know that you're part of the community, as well as that you are submitting the trade. So if you just post it on Twitter but don't tag us, you won't be considered, because we're just thinking you're sharing with everybody instead of submitting for the competition. And we'll reveal it every day on the Closing Bell Show, and then Friday we will reveal the winner after we review all 4 of the trades. The success webinar for this week is going to come from Creda. So she is out of Lisbon, Portugal. She is focusing on how to develop your edge through mental preparation. And I saw a glimpse of her PowerPoint today, which will be very good for the community. So come out, show your support. She's also part of the new Psychology Center. So she'll be giving presentations once a week on this mental edge and kind of how to develop it. And she's there. She does a lot of one-on-one coaching with traders. And so she's going to transition that type of one-on-one coaching to group sessions in the webinar format, so that you can apply the techniques that she teaches or uses on one-on-ones, so that you can use it for yourself. Next week we have Naz recovering from a series of losses. I'm sure all of us except Thor definitely need this class.
Everybody but Thor, yes, pretty much.
I definitely need this class, because we will always experience losses. And I think even listening to members from last week, I think this is a perfectly timed class in a couple weeks, after last week was a little frustrating. And then for psychology, next week we will have Nada back. So she is the other addition to the Psychology Center, and she's going to be focusing in on mindfulness in the present moment. And she'll be doing that once a month as well, typically the last Tuesday of the month. And kind of how Nada and Creda are working is, Nada's really going to focus in on being mindful and how you get in the present moment and being aware of what's going on. Creda focuses more on your ability to recognize that, and how do you apply that to the markets or in a practical way so that it improves your trading. So they complement each other. So. And then last but not least, for our traders out there, if you'd like to try our chat room, there's a discount for $24. You can use the code PREMARKET24. It gives you access to our onboarding class, which goes every Monday evening in the classroom. And for anybody that's looking to upgrade, you have a 35% off a one-time lifetime membership purchase, and you can use the code LABOR35 to get that. And I do like the hamburgers and hot dogs that are on the grill. I think I'll be eating those for that time on Labor Day. Even though I think my wife's dragging me somewhere for Labor Day. I think we're going to Yosemite, I think.
Yosemite.
Nice.
So we will see. We will see. We will see.
Very Californian thing to do.
Yeah. And yet we've never been to Yosemite Park yet.
Huh?
Yeah. Just interesting.
To
Should
me,
be a
it's
great
like
time though.
Yosemite Park is like a part of my childhood, but only because of cartoons. So, I have never been there. I've never been there myself. So but I feel like I've been there.
You just relate to Yosemite Sam.
Well, there's him. And then we've
Ah.
got Yogi Bear. He was
Yeah.
in Yosemite, wasn't he?
Yeah, Yogi. So, Carlos, see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Bobby, I will bring that up
Thank
to
you.
Norm, and we'll see about doing that in the future, changing it to hashtag member trade of the day instead of BBT
Hey
family.
guys. We'll see you all later. Have a good evening.
All right.
And,
Safe travels,
catch you
Brian.
in the morning. Thanks. I'm staying here. So
That's
All
right.
right. We'll see you
You're there for a
back
week,
tomorrow,
right,
Brian.
Brian?
probably I haven't decided. I'll either come back Wednesday night or Thursday night. It just depends. So
Yeah.
I'll catch you all later.
All right.
All right.
Take care, Brian.
Later, Brian.
Yeah. I won't be here Friday, Peter. I have to make the drive back up to San Francisco to drop my son off at Berkeley.
All right. Well,
He's
just good to see us, guys.
yeah. So
We'll do the member trade of the week. That's okay. I wasn't here last Friday, so I did see the member trade of the week. So
yeah.
so yeah.
Another good travel day up there. I'll probably spend the night up there and then sometime on Saturday drive home.
Well, that sounds like a good experience.
Yes. So with that, we will say bye to everybody out on YouTube. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button.